Welcome to another episode here of LigaTech videos. In this video here today, I'm going to explain to you how the excellent logins actually do work. So what we have on the table is an excellent login that makes it very convenient and very simple for the user to access various IT systems. What I'm going to show you here today in this session is six different ways of authenticate with different systems and different methods or different devices. So the first one is a classic login to a Windows PC. The second one is using a browser to access a resource, and I'm using the Office 365 environment just to make it familiar and simple. Thirdly, I'm going to show exactly how the same session do work done from an iPad. And fourth, I'm going to show you how I enroll my email client with the excellent login on an iPhone. And fifth, I'm going to show you how I can authenticate securely from remote to a remote desktop session using the remote desktop gateway technology from Microsoft. And finally, at last, the number 6, how am I going to authenticate also securely to a VMware Horizon using the excellent login. So yes, let's go on and I'm going to explain to you. Here in front of me I have the identity card of my user Pia Petersen. And yes, we are in Denmark and I'm a Dane, therefore we're using Danish names, and you will also in the presentation see some screenshots and some technologies here and there that typically goes in Danish. It's kind of pretty difficult in a demo environment to control what are the language settings across multiple machines and devices. So please bear with me that sometimes it's in Danish and we try to do it in English for as much as possible. But I think even that said, when you see the video, you will be able to very easy read out what goes on and understand how the technology and how this excellent login works. So the first thing here is going to show you is this small PC here in front of me that I have. You will see on the screen now, it says Monday, and I will just click here. It says Pia Petersen, please enter your PIN code. I type in Pia's 4-digit and secure PIN code. That's a number she chooses herself. That's it. I'm logged into Windows. Yeah, I would say that was quite straightforward. I can remove the card again, and then I'm, that looks great. Going to somewhere, I think it's Miami, the keys. In front of me, I have also, just for showing you that I can move my identity from one machine to another machine. The first login here was done on a laptop using the default card reader in the laptop. Also, just to remind you that we have other videos where we show how this card technology, it actually do work, and what is inside the chip, and also a video showing all the different kind of card readers that also exist. So here I'm logged into a Windows machine. I will just launch my browser. I will go to a website, outlook.office365.com. You will see it will ask me for my user's email account. It will say, now you've led to your organization. This is for those of you that are already familiar with ADFS. You will know normally you would have the password, enter password field here. That has been disabled, so we just say log on with certificate. Pia is asked here to type in her certificate, type in her PIN code, and you will see she's now logged into this service, and it says welcome to Liga Software. I think even for those that are not Danish, you will read that sentence easily. So just to show you how easy it is, I can go on obviously and do other services. I can go and work with Word, etc. But I'm authenticated to Office 365. Obviously, you can always set up this in a little bit different flows with single sign-on services, Kerberos, federation, depending on the domain, how the machine is connected, whether it's hybrid or non-hybrid. In this case here, this machine here is connected directly to a local domain, but it actually do act a little bit different when it's connected to an Azure domain. I will do a video exactly on the Azure joint machines at a later point, so just stay tuned here to the channel. I have an iPad here in front of me. I will go to the website of the Outlook. Actually, the iPad remembers that already. You will see now that the iPad says, please enter your email address. Yet again, I'm led back to the service at the ADFS service, and then I'm authenticated directly into Outlook, and I still got the same emails as I had just before, or I could even go back to my Word. It will re-authenticate me to Office 365. I can show you very briefly actually how this is done from the iPad. I go to the VPN administration of the unit, and you will see here that I have enrolled a certificate for PIA into this iPad, into the keychain in the secure storage of the iOS unit, which is a service that we do from the Global ID product. Make it simple for users to use a device like the iPad. So as with the iPad, I have here in front of me an iPhone, and you can see, if I do not get the reflection from the lightning here, you will see that this is the same iPhone as you have on your screen. You know, when I turn here, you see that it's moving. So what I said is that I like to enroll PIA here to use the standard iPhone email application. I choose Microsoft Exchange. I choose her email account. Yes, it says Exchange, it says login. As you see now, it goes ADFS. Would you like to log into this account? Yes, please. Well, now it's seeing, okay, what would you like for your Exchange? I would like these things. And of course, it takes just a few seconds for the Exchange to refresh and fetch the emails, and now I got emails, and now I got the same welcome to Liga Software as you just saw before, and this is exactly the same as you just saw on the iPad. So now I have showed you how easy the excellent login do work on an iPhone. The last two items left are the access to RDP and the access to the VMware Horizon. Those I have here in front of me on the desktop. You might have seen that just before. PIA has these two shortcuts on her desktop on this stationary machine. And as I said, this is a service that can be put on the open internet because it's using a combination of two-factor authentication and a secure login into the service, which means that this is something you can only authenticate if you are have this authentication method, and you bring that with you. And also, yet again, very important to stress is that the technology we're using do not require any authorization to the Windows operating system, which means that any users from their home or any PC can just plug in a token or plug in a card, and then they will be able to authenticate directly into your environment. As you see, I'm now logged into this RDP service, and just for let you know that actually also I have my credentials available. I can do exactly the same as you saw before. I can choose PIA, I can go to my organization's federation site, I can use here, I have PIA, I can click OK. I would be asked to enter my PIN code for my smart card, and I will be authenticated to my email application. Yet again, the same emails, the same system as you just saw before. So the last one I want to show you is how it works with the VMware Horizon client. Yet again, I'm asked to enter my PIN code. We have set up Horizon to only allow smart card login, which gives a great and high level of security, and the same way also a great level of convenience for the users. And you see immediately Well, do not get confused on the says administrator. I think it's a box somewhere in the flow, but it easily converts into the right user. And now I'm yet again, I'm Pia, and you will see in a second that I get my desktop here. So here we are. I got the nice desktop, and also, as you saw just before, from the remote desktop, I can do exactly the same as I just did. I could say outlook.office365.com, enter the email of Pia, redirect it to my ADFS service, log in with certificate. Yes, I like to use my certificate. Here my goes. Keep in mind that this is a service that runs in a virtual environment in another server from this physical machine on which I'm demonstrating from. So this is very close to reality. This is very close to how the real world is going to be for you users. Yeah, I got my email. That's it. I can sign out here, disconnect, and then I'm back to my desktop. Thank you for watching, and thank you for watching this LigaTech video, and please welcome back on another LigaTech video.